Alright, I think I fixed the YouTube side. There it is. Okay. Alright, so in order to avoid the pre-rolls, I'm gonna go quickly use the bird room. And when I get back, oh yeah, I'm gonna play the ads so that you don't get ads randomly on the game. Just to fight the pre-rolls. But yeah, it gives me a chance and you a chance to do what you gotta do. And I'll be right back. Alright, it's time for the game. What's up, I'm CB Diabetic. Hello, Cheeseburger. We're gonna play Star Seeker. Yo, thanks for the lurk, Brendan out. Baby, what's up, Ellie? I'm launching the game. the game loud? Thanks for the hug. Pronouns? Oh. So I guess it just changes the main character's pronouns. Okay, this is kind of loud for me. It's a little loud to me. Is this good volume for y'all? Is it too low for y'all? Pronouns. They, them, their, theirs, title. Oh, he, him, he's, his, her, Mr. She, her, she's, her, hers, miss. They, them, their, theirs, mix. Oh, and custom. Okay, I'm gonna guess this is the default. This is the canon, maybe? Because it defaulted on non-binary. I'll keep it to default. We are non-binary. Hey, look, the middle. Yeah, it is. Are you non-binary? Are you a he, they? Are you a he, they? Dr. Mixion? I'm used to just he. Whenever I see he, they, or she, they, I just do the he or she. But if I see they, them, I do they, them. Whenever I'm not sure, like I don't know and I haven't asked or it's not obvious, I just do they, them. Also, my brain is like screwed up? Is it screwed up the right word? My brain is always defaulting to they, them. It's good. Okay. There had been some friends who I never asked their pronouns, like I don't know. They're like, hey, I am not a they, them. Like, I'm sorry. Is the game? No. Oh, here you go. New game. Alright, the style of this looks familiar. I don't know what it is. Like really old school PC? Oh, is that a gunshot? What was that? Probably just one of the lieutenants broke something. I'll chew them out in the morning. What, the alarm? Fire? The fire alarm? A fire? In my own property? Yeah. Hello? 911? There was a gunshot in my building, and then I don't know where the fire alarm's going off. Send someone, quick! Hold tight, sir. Emergency services are on their way. They better hurry. If there's any trouble in my building. Yeah, acknowledged, sir. And don't worry, our people are the best around. Oh, are we a murder mystery game? Bro, I love murder mysteries. By the way, I've never seen a pronoun section like that before. That was pretty cool. Sassy. You. Me? Calling me at 3 in the morning. What's your problem, boss man? You blind kid? We're the police. There's a dead body right there. Sure, but this gotta do with wizards, right? Is a magic situation? You bring me in as a consultant on illegal magic, not as a beat cop. It's look at him. Oh shit. looks dead. Look, wizard, smart aleck, get an eyeful of this place. Yeah, looks like the dead guy's probably a wizard. Still, what exactly did you need me for? Something weird with how he died? I'll say. For one thing, there's more than one dead body here. Take a look under that sheet. Gross. We don't know who this guy is, why he got involved with that wizard, or why they're both dead. There's a whole lot of pieces that don't add over this case, and I've got more than probable cause to say magic was involved. So that's it. You're helping out today, Wiz Kid, unless you want to violate your parole. Sheesh, fine, old man. How about you give me your best guess, your hypothesis about what happened here? I'll use my deductive talents and magical know-how to fill in the blanks, and we'll have this chore done before breakfast. Sounds good. First, we know for sure at 2:40 a.m. we received a call from the landlord reporting a fire. According to the caller, the fire started at 2:35 a.m. At 2:45 a.m., the landlord reported a fire, which had tripped the fire alarm at 2:35. It's all burnt out now. Bro, what? Yo, is this Phoenix, right? Yo, is this, wait. Is this, okay, specifically, is this, Edgeworth spinoff? I like that game. Bro, yeah, look at that body, it's like, ew. But before that, the caller heard a gunshot at 2:10 a.m. He ignored it at the time, but it was probably connected to this case somehow. Somehow. Don't get ahead of yourself, kid. First thing we did was set up a police perimeter and started a search based on likely escape routes. We still haven't found a suspect. Leo's cops are all over the place. They got a perimeter and a search party set up, and the rest of the city's on alert. We arrived on the scene at 2:50 a.m. and after our initial investigation, I called you in. And because you dragged your feet, it's 3:30 a.m. right now. 8:30, 3:20, 1 hour off from the drugs number. Wait, from the 420 number. So, what did that initial investigation turn up? You got some clues for me to work with, right? Listen, let's not get ahead of ourselves. You see those yellow cards? All the evidence has been labeled and recorded, see? But did you find anything useful? Listen, kid, what is it you think detectives do? Find clues, solve crimes? Don't be, wait, I've seen that. wait, I've seen that pose before. Don't be stupid. A detective's job is to go over the crime scene and put little yellow cards next to everything so someone else can come by later and put it all in labeled bags. Eh? Listen, solving this crime is optional, see? Everyone's dead, nobody's pressing charges. All I need is to get everything neat for the book. But then why did you wake me up at 3 in the morning? Wait. I've seen this pose before. It's that, like, that classic art history picture that gets put in memes of like a guy who's like pointing at his head and like I gotta get it for y'all. Because getting everything means for the books means following procedure, and procedure calls for calling in an arcane consultant when magic's involved. So I'm here as a formality then. Well, are you done beefing the consultant, Officer Flinny? Eh? Who's she? Dr. Opal, forensics. My wife's here to support the investigation with forensic stuff. I like this to look good, understand? She acts polite, but she'll take any excuse to drag me through the mud. Serious grudge. Oh, well, you want me to help you look good, Leo? Oh no, we're whispering. Please, I know we don't quite get along, but something in it for me? I'll push short in your parole. Just at least pretend to take this seriously, okay? I'll hold you to that, boss man. Excuse me, what are you two meddling about? This is consultant, right? That's me, Starseeker, at your service. Leo here was just about to brief me on the case. Oh, yes. Looks like the guy by the door, whoever he is, died. Somehow, I'd bet dollars to donuts we'll find a cause of death around here somewhere. Probably. Yeah, probably. We've also got a dead wizard, but we don't know what kind exactly. We need to figure out because it causes death for him too. We got some kind of hologram by the door here. Where did it come from? Some sort of hocus pocus antics, no doubt. Blasted wizards. None taken. What? Sorry, did you not say no offense? No, I didn't. That's fair. Oh, and there's suspicious wizard statue sitting there. Don't know where that's from either. Lord knows what that's about. Is that it? Well, I'm sure there's more to it. Take a look around and see what you can find. We're around with probably the arrow keys. Press space to inspect stuff around the crime scene. Right, and X to cancel, and I can use return to save and change options. If I find any evidence, I can press A and D to review it in my head. If you think you got an answer to one of my questions, talk to me to go over the hypothesis. Right, let's get down to business, yeah? Okay. Huh. This guy looks familiar. You've probably seen the wanted posters. His name is Slick Up, and he's got 6 counts of armed robbery on his head. And now he's a ghost? Shouldn't you have called? The Ghostbusters aren't real, Seeker. They're real in my heart. And anyway, no, this is some kind of hologram or something. You're the wizard, you figure it out. But yeah, I think I've heard something about these. This is definitely some kind of spell effect, and spellbook might jog my memory on the details. There's a hologram by the door, depicting some robber-looking guy firing a gun. The bullet's barely an inch out of the barrel, pointing towards where the wizard's corpse is. Jeez, this guy's almost unrecognizable. Well, except for the ears, some kind of elephant man? Looks kinda, almost exactly like the guy in the hologram, actually. Same ears, same height, some clothes are the same where they're not all burnt up. You think so? Yeah, let's talk about this. It's probably important for your hypothesis. I'll make a note of the state of the what's left of the body. There's a body lying in the ash by the door. It's been singed pretty badly, but it might still be recognizable, holding an unloaded gun. Jeez, what a mess! I'm guessing this is where the fire was? That'd be a good guess, yes. It's there's a lot of ash. That's pretty weird, right? What did you expect? There was a fire. Yeah, but for what? Less than 15 minutes? Whatever burnt to an unrecognizable crisp here, it burnt up really quick. There's a huge pile of fine ash heaped up in the corner of the room. Probably from the fire that burnt out before we got here. And what's this sticking out of the pile? Some kind of wire? Actually, there's a few wires sticking out of this pile, and that's about it. They look kind of like unwound coat hangers. Looks more like a baling wire to me. Baling wire? Baling wire. For baling hay or straw like you do on a farm. Oh, yeah, one of those farms I'm all the time hanging out on. So I would totally know what that is. There are loops of wire like you use to bind hay bays in the country, scattered in the big pile of ashes. Huh, this is a puddle of wax. Looks like it. The color made me think blood at first, but it's definitely wax when you look close. There's some candles in this puddle half melted. Well, some completely melted. You can see the wick exploding in it, right? See? Oh yeah, I was wondering what those stinky things were. They're white. It doesn't look like these candles were ever actually lit. So something melted a bunch of unlit candles on the floor? Probably the biggest fire that apparently happened right next to them, yeah. A large patch of hardened wax on the floor. Some of the candles are still intact and their wicks are still new. Melted but never lit. Dang, are you seeing this, Leo? What, the table? Yeah, the table. Got a real nice gram here. A pentagram? Isn't that the shape the wizards use to cast evil spells? Yeah, Leo, it's the shape wizards use to cast evil spells. There's no artistry or subtle craftsmanship involved. It's just a shape and it's just so evil. Don't get smart with me, kid. That thing's for summoning demons, right? You can use it to summon a demon, sure. But they got a wide variety of bad applications, depending on the way you describe the... You draw the shape differently and it does different stuff? You're oversimplifying. Maybe, kid. Maybe. I'm not here to gawk at how good you dead wizard buddies are at geometry, alright? Tell me what the thing was for. It, well, I can't really say, actually. It looks like it was burnt out before they could finish it. Finish it? You know, finish it. Detail stuff, runes, sigils, inscriptions, the works. It's a basic tool for sacrificial rituals without more context. I can't say what they were up to. You can't just analyze the trace magics or something? If this were a dead architect and you handed me a piece of blank grid paper to analyze, fine, just keep that thing in mind. This table was going to be used for a ritual, but it looks like it was destroyed by the fire before anyone could use it for anything. God, this guy's, he's dead, alright? This the victim? Most likely. He's the guy who owns the room anyway. So he's the guy responsible for this place being a huge dump, huh? We got a name on this guy? No. Huh? How do we not have a name? Well, I took a look at the lease. Seems the man signed his name as none of your business. None of your business? Yup, none of your business. And then a little angry face. Man, that ain't subtle. You think he'd at least come up with a plausible fake name, yeah? Anyway, dang. He's got a bullet wound in him and there's blood all over the floor. The red-robed guy on the floor has got a hole in him, right over the heart. There's blood everywhere. It's gross. Seems kinda open and shut. His robes are kinda burnt, but it looks like most of him was untouched. I think the bullets what did him in. The victim's robes are singed pretty badly near the hem, but it doesn't look like the rest of him got burnt. Probably not the cause of death. And, he's holding a candle. It's not lit, but it used to be, judging by the wick. Oh, that's a candle? Ooh, kind of worried that was a stick of dynamite. Why would he have dynamite on him? A red candle that Wizard Quartz was holding. The wick's burnt, which implies the candle was being used at some point. Anyway, he's got some kind of weird tattoos on his face. Maybe that's relevant somehow? The victim had tattoos on his face, some sort of arrows on the cheeks, and fire drawn around his eyes. That's about the size of it. What God's word is that we don't know what happened to the other guy. That chart thing near the door? Yup, beauty here is no mystery. That's weird. What? What is? This book. It looks like it's describing some kind of demonic ritual. This one's pretty complicated though. I'll just flip through it. Oh, wait. Huh? What is it? You can't turn those pages. That's disturbing the crime scene. Huh? Wait. Reading books counts as disturbing the crime scene? You gotta touch it to turn the pages, right? That's not allowed. Okay, so I guess I'll just blow on the pages to flip them. But no, you can't. That counts as touching them. There's no way that counts. Yes it does. Hands off, Seeker. Seriously? Look, I'm not giving her an inch with this. We follow procedure to the letter, got it? Fine. You can touch the book when we've got probable cause to disturb the scene. Oh hey, check this out. Eh? A bottle of premium extra virgin blood. This is the good stuff. Really expensive. Too by the looks of this place, they had to save up their money to buy it. Virgin's blood? What in the same hell did they have that for? I mean, all kinds of things. Just about any sacrificial ritual could name calls for at least a drop of it. This is pretty basic stuff, Lil. You sure you're a detective? Bruh, it's your job to know creepy facts about magic, not mine. What's this mean for the case? Nothing really. Just standard wizarding supplies like you'd expect any decent sorcerer to have on hand. Only thing weird about it is how high-end this particular bottle is. They were probably planning something big. A half-full bottle of extra virgin's blood. Useful component in all kinds of demonic rituals and worth a mint on the black market. Hello, I'm here with a cat. Meow. Sorry, what's going on? What? Meow, what's the cat's name? It's, Hey, what's this? It's a bathtub. Wait, you never seen a bathtub before? I mean, I thought it might be, but it's covered with a curtain. I just look underneath, man. Hey, watch it. You can't do that. Huh? She's right. No disturbing the evidence. Hands off, remember? No disturbing? What if there's something important clue under there, though? Then you'll just have to leave it alone, don't you think? Oh, are you serious? I can't just move a curtain aside? Look, kid, I'm doing things by the book today, got it? Nobody's ever gonna find a reason to get me written up. Well, we'll see about that. Now, if you can establish probable cause to look inside proof that this bathtub is concealing important evidence, then that's another story. So I gotta prove there's something important under there before I check whether there's something important under there. That's the long and short of it. You're a smart kid. Get looking. I'm going into addiction. The certain one. Bongo is the cat. Oh, Bongo the cat. Bongo. It's his fault because he's hard. He shouldn't be hard. Hey, where's the goods are at? Huh? Spellbooks, all that sweet good knowledge. This ain't candy store, WizKid. You're here to investigate a crime, not load up an illegal magic. Hey, now, you don't trust me? I swear I'll just keep to the stuff that's relevant to the case. You better, Seeker. So let's see. Oh, it's trash. Trash? Yeah, it's all one-on-one stuff. I already know most of this junk, except for all this class-specific stuff. What do you mean, class-specific? Like, there's 2 books here, spell books for Go Wizardry and Stop Wizardry. Those spells are only work if you're a certain type of wizard. That's what I figured. You guys come in types, right? I mean, not usually. If you take a class, you sacrifice all your other magic so you can use spells from a list of class-restricted stuff. So it's pretty good if the dead guy here is one of these types. It means there's only so many spells he could have used here. Now is that what we have to worry about, huh? Yeah, but it's worthless to me. Let's see. Which spellbook should I check out first? Starseeker! Of course Hickory would know what this is. I use the emoticons, let's go! Who's a good wolf kisser? Who's a good ruffian? It's you, good boy. Stretch? Oh! Or disengage. Whew. Not bad. How's it get stretched? Let's try it with the go magic. Man, what? This book is completely baby school. It's only got 3 low-level spells. I guess let's check it out. First, we got Portable Hole. This one's level 1. It warps space a little and makes holes through things without much damaging them. It can make holes up to 2 meters and wide and 4 meters deep. Pretty impressive for a beginner spell. And it looks like it lasts until he gets more than 6 meters away from the hole or until they end it. That sounds pretty useful related to the bullet thing. Level 1 Go Wizard can space warp a hole to get through things. Max size is 2 meters wide and 4 meters deep. Closer to the wizard is over 6 meters away. What's next? Reversing rune, huh? This one's pretty cool. You draw this symbol on something or stick a sticker with it on something, and if it's moving, it turns around and goes backwards. Like, stick it on a car and suddenly it's going against traffic. Or stick it on yourself if you're falling and you're flying into the air. Level 1 Go Wizard can draw a rune on a sticker and use it to instantly reverse the direction and velocity of whatever it's stuck to. That one's a level 1 spell too. What else is there? You gotta be level 2 to cast this last one. It's called Emergency Exit. Some fancy fire magic here. It lets you use magic as a portal to teleport through. If you cast it, you're immune to fire for over 30 seconds and you can pop out to any fire within 2 kilometers. 2 kilometers? Ugh. Hey, widen the search perimeters. A perp might have had a 2 kilometer head start. That's right. As many men as you need. Step on it. A level 2 Go Wizard can use the fire as a portal. As long as it's big enough to walk through, they become immune to fire for 30 seconds and can warp 2 kilometers. On top of spells, there's also some diagrams of tattoos you need to be a Go Wizard. Oh! To become a Go Wizard, you have to get these kinds of ugly tattoos on your face. We found the diagram of the Go Wizardry spellbook. That's it for Go Wizardry. Kind of a lame spellbook, to be honest. If I want to go over what I just learned, I should press A and D to remember. What's that? That's the name of the game we're playing. I don't need the Twitch emojis now. What is the game? What is this game, by the way? It's called Starseeker. We're learning about it right now. I think it's some kind of murder mystery. Wait, there was still more books. These are the spell books. There's only 2 important ones here. The Go Magic and the Stop Magic. This is a kind of introductory text. Not much high level stuff here. We got Living Memory, a level 1 spell. Projects a static image of a specific moment in time, according to how you remembered it. Looks like it's got a duration of 2 hours. A level 1 stop wizard can cast an illusion of a memory. A snapshot of anything you remember seeing. The projection lasts for 2 hours. Oh, just like the hologram. Then there's the Master-esque momentum. This one's level 1 too. 1-2? 200, as in it's also level 1. Sheesh. Anyways, this spell is sort of your basic freeze. And then again, the stop wizard sights just sort of stops in time. You can still see stuff and think, though, and you can break out if you're strong enough. Strong enough? You gotta pass a Constitution saving throw. If you're beefy enough, or the stop wizard tied to freeze too much, or you're just lucky, bam! Spell's over, start moving again. Otherwise, it lasts until the stop wizard decides to end it. A level 1 stop wizard can freeze stuff in front of them, in time with a word, until either the wizard dismisses it, or a target passes a Constitution saving throw. Then it starts moving again. Lastly, we got Flesh to Stone. Yikes, this one's level 2. Level what? Level 1? You're doing that on purpose to mess with me. I would never dream of such a thing. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Flesh to Stone lets you turn someone or something into a statue. Pretty nasty stuff. Looks like you can't use it if the target already has a status effect though. If you try the spell round bounds on you, not fun. A level 2 stop wizard can straight up turn a fella into a statue. Unless the target's already affected with a status effect, in case the spell rebounds. Oh, and apparently you need some special tattoos to be a stop wizard. To become a stop wizard, one of the requirements is getting tattooed with some special symbols. We found these on the stop wizard spellbook. That's about all this book's got. Give me a break, this is kid stuff. I want to go over what I just learned. I should press A and D to remember. Huh, this guy's got a statue of another wizard in his lair. Wait, is that another wizard who got stoned? Looks kind of menacing, doesn't he? Yeah, I'm no fan of the creepy statue. I can't shake the feeling it's important to this case, though. Well, I don't see anything interesting about it now. I think that's a person. I think that's actually a person. I think we just had like a standoff. Like a wizard standoff. Wait, I forget, that's the name of the game? See, so there's a goat. Is this your goat? Of course it's not. It was here when we arrived. So you don't have a pet goat, is what you're saying? No, It looks like it doesn't agree. Oh, what the ma could mean anything. Why would I don't have time for a goat. Ma! You're hurting its feelings. I am not. I'm not affiliated with this animal. Sure. There's a goat tied up in the corner of the room. Doesn't belong to Opal, even though she's been absent-mindedly petting it. You saw it all, huh? You know exactly what happened. I see. But what is it? Did you cast some kind of speak with animals spell? What? No, goats can't talk. Oh, that's too bad. I was just being friendly, Doc. You should try it. I'll pass. I think that's all the evidence. Wait. Oh no, that's just nope. The sorcerer standoff. Oh, a toilet. This toilet's pretty suspicious. Oh, so? Well, I don't know exactly. But we should totally add it to the evidence so we can make theories. What? No, why would the toilet matter? I don't know yet, but no, I'm putting the kibosh on that. Who knows what kind of gross out jokes you're gonna make if I let you do that? Really good ones? No. I think we checked everything. Whoa. In my palace. Looks like it worked. They would put me back in the clink if I used unauthorized magic in front of him, but lightning bolt mine doesn't need any words to activate. All I have to do is press A or D. And the only thing it affects is my head. So Officer Fleeny won't know anything's up. This spell lets me speed up my thoughts so that it seems like the whole outside world stands still. Inside my own head, I can recall evidence I've gathered and remind myself what I have to work with. The most important thing I know is what I don't know yet. Uncertainty. It can be fun to come up with crazy explanation, but if I'm losing my way, it always helps to make sure I understand the question. Oh, and then there's that thing. I installed that a while ago as some sort of photographic memory thing. But really only works for the last few things people said. I guess it's kind of useful, but don't I miss something important? If I talk to the log, it'll repeat the last 20 lines of dialogue. Oh, just like a visual novel. This is a visual novel. And there's all the hard facts. As I look over the crime scene, I'll collect evidence like this. I can look at it directly to refresh myself on the detail. At 2:40 a.m., the landlord reported a fire which had tripped the fire at 35. It's all burnt out now. Oh, I can hit X to put it out of my mind. And why would I want to do that? I mean, you've seen the crime scene, right? It's a mess out there. There's bound to be evidence that I just don't need at some point. Things that we already figured out the point of. Red herrings or enigmas we just can't see being useful yet. If I turn off the lights with X, that evidence won't come to mind when people ask me questions. Of course, if I'm wrong and some piece of evidence turns out to be important later, I can always come back and turn it back on by pressing X. And that's all there is to it. Toggle lightning bolt mine by pressing A and D and turn evidence on and off with X. Thanks to this, Leo's gonna think I'm a real super sleuth. This is cool. Alright, loops. I think it's too soon to mess around with this. Alright, how does this work again? I can expect evidence to check what I knew about it. I can press X to turn evidence on, and if that is... Oh, this is a help button. Cool. Looks like the guy by the door, whoever he is, died. I bet $1 we'll find a cause of death. We also got us a dead wizard, but we don't know what kind exactly. We'll need to figure out cause of death. We got a hologram. Where'd it come from? Well, I know what wizard he is. Right? I think, what's the name of that first? The Go? It's a Go wizard. Okay, I got it. This guy's a Go wizard. Oh, what makes you so sure? Check it out. He's got those tattoos on his face, right? Those tattoos match the tattoos in the Go Wizard spellbook. Makes it pretty obvious what he is. Oh, you sure that's not a trick? Could just be a face paint. Go check. Dude, no way. You want me to rub down to that guy's face? Justice is messy, kid. If you think I'm gonna... I already inspected the body, actually. It's definitely... It doesn't come off. Those are tattoos, certainly. Thank you, forensics lady. Even though you said we weren't supposed to touch anything, you just admitted to breaking that rule. Not that I'm complaining, saves me having to poke that guy's weird, dead, sort of gaunt face. So that answers that. The stiff's a Go wizard. Alright then, what's next? One of the bodies lying on the ground has tattoos and marks him as a Go wizard. Seems he's shot through the heart. Who's to blame? Who loves a bad name?
Hypothesis updated.
Birdman, what's up? Who is this man? I won't. Man on the floor by the ash door has been singed pretty bad, but it might still be recognizable, holding an unloaded gun. Bird kisser? Yo, bird kisser? Does waifu mouse want a kiss? Are you a bird kisser? He had a gun. He used a hologram. So is he also a go wizard? Enough of the guy's face is in tech where we can pretty much sure he doesn't have those gold wizard tattoos. I guess that means he's not a gold wizard, which simplifies things a little. I guess so. I like something a little more concrete about his identity though. He used the projection. So I couldn't help but notice. Found a clue, did you? I mean, you really don't know who the dead guy is? He's burnt up, but... Who do you think it is? I mean, it's gotta be slicking him up, right? That guy's in the hologram. He looks exactly the same as the thing. You'd think so, wouldn't you? But think again, kid. The body's burnt to a crisp, see? When the corpse is burnt, you can't identify it. But look, he's wearing the same clothes as he's the same height as him. You don't know that. What if someone else? And they just switched his clothes? Well, why would they? They're saying they're disguised a different body to slick him up, then burn him alive? Criminals are sneaky, kid. And they just had Slick's clothes lying around because... Shouldn't I be asking you the question? Figure it out. I'm not gonna figure out the secret underlying cause of a wild guess that you just made up with no evidence. Just to make things more exciting, man. Can we just for 1 minute entertain the wild theory that this guy who looks exactly like the deceased is exactly the freaking deceased? Ah, fine. Talk all the fun out of my job, why don't you? Although I probably am gonna run into some convoluted junk like that eventually. Hey, what's up, fresh as possible? There's a cause of death. Well, he was burnt. There is a fire spell that teleports, but how did he get burnt? Yeah, I guess it's the fire. I mean, it's easy enough to tell just by looking at the guy. There was that fire earlier, right? Guy's toast. You think he burnt to death? Well, I don't know how else it would have happened. There you go. Thank you. There was only one gunshot and only one guy bleeding out. Yes. The state of the body is consistent with burning to death, yes. That good enough for now, Leo? Yeah, I guess so. So this crook here from the hologram tried to rob this dump but ended up burning to death. Just enjoying your stream while closing up the store. How are you? I'm doing good. What kind of store are you closing up? Glad you're enjoying yourself. There's also a dead gold wizard who met in Unglien. Met Unglien looks like. But there's a cause of death for this guy too. A bullet wound. No, really? Oh, really? What? What'd I do? Bullet wound. Well, he's got a bleeding hole in him. It's a thing. I think. Maybe? He got shot? You sure about that, kid? I mean, there was a gunshot earlier, and here's a guy with a bullet hole in him. This case doesn't exactly call for Sherlock Holmes, does it? What about those robes? Looks like they've been burnt. You don't think he died from the fire? Probably not. The scorch mark doesn't really reach the rest of him. It's just the clothes. I doubt this guy even got burnt, much less, like, burnt up. Guess you're right there. Let's go with that for now. Swings. The body is consistent with burning to death. Looks like the charcoal. Really? I couldn't tell. Now I get it. We got some kind of hologram. Well, there is a hologram spell. That hologram by the door. It's exactly what the effect of living memory spell looks like. Oh, what now? The thing from the Stop Magic book. The thing that projects an image of a moment frozen in time according to how the caster remembers it. Oh, right, that thing I was paying attention to. Yeah, that one. So that's the spell, is it? Something doesn't add up, though. You said that spell can only be cast by Stop Wizard, but there's no one like that around. Do you think it's one of the dead bodies? Maybe, but there could be some other explanation. The Stop Wizard could have run or hid or... Could it be?
Officers updated.
But no Stop Wizard could be found, so where'd it come from? It could be, Can we look behind this? We can't. It's either this guy or the one on the ground, and we can't see it because we can't turn the body over. I guess he would notice it was behind, so it's the one in the ground. I mean, it's slick 'em up, right? It's a picture of him, sure, but it's a weird one. You gotta explain to me what it is and how I ended up looking like him. Might be worth reading up at the bookshelf to find out what sort of magic was being done here. I can't tell the hologram has Stop Wizard tattoo since the guy in it is wearing a coat. Anyway, I don't think holograms can be wizards, so this is probably a dead end. Where did it come from? And there's a suspicion where the statue is sitting there. Don't know where that's from either. Don't know what that's all about. Throw the cover covering it. Maybe try entering something else first. What is it? I mean, I can't exactly check whether that statue has tattoos, you know? It's a statue, all one color. If it did have tattoos, it wouldn't show up. You think tattoos might be relevant? Well, it tells us what kind of wizard it's supposed to be, I guess, but doesn't say much about why it's here, though. Well, let's keep looking. Dude, I think I figured it out. Oh, what's got you all excited? That level 2 spell. A Stop Wizard can cast Flesh to Stone, but that spell can backfire. If it backfires, the wizard who cast it gets turned to stone themselves, which means that statue isn't just a statue. It used to be a real Stop Wizard. Eh? That's a pretty wild theory, but I mean, how else would we explain that thing? I guess this means that the statue used to be a Stop Wizard and he tried to pull something during the incident. Stop Wizard who was in the apartment in the time of the wearer. He stabbed and suffered the effects of Let the Stone backfire. We know there had to be one here anyway, and someone cast living memory. Yep. All adds up. Yo, what's it, Jeremiah? Are you enjoying this so far? I love it. This reminds me of the Edgeworth game. This looks like the Edgeworth game. It's a Phoenix Wright spinoff. And this wizard statue here seems to Stop Wizard wound up on the wrong end of his own Flesh to Stone, but How did it backfire? Well, he's definitely been petrified, so... What? The spell rebounds if the target is a statue condition, right? So he's... Wait, no, that's the stop wizard, isn't the target. He's a caster. Yeah, how'd you get that mixed up? Look, cut me some slack. It's 3-something in the morning. But how did it backfire? Shit. What causes it to backfire? I forgot. Wait, what? I guess I'll read about it here. Should have kept a burn heal. A burn heal? Unless the target are inflicted with a status effect. Oh. Right. Because he was already burnt? I guess this is the wrong one. Oh, that was the right one. No! That looked like the same text. I started trying to skip it. Well, remember the spell direction for Flesh to Stone? It backfires if the target has a status effect. Burning is a pretty classic status effect. Ask anyone. I don't know about that. You don't think he'd notice? Huh? That's the guy who was on fire and that the spell would backfire. Seems like the first thing you'd check if you wanted to cast something like that. Well, that's true, but maybe he wasn't thinking of the non-magical fire as something that would count. I mean, these guys are pretty inexperienced, judging by their library. All right, then. I'll trust your judgment on this one. Swing! Oh, I thought I got the whole thing. Oh, there's one more? We got a living memory projected by the door, but no stop wizards to be found, so... Leo, you feeling alright? Yeah, I'm fine. Why do I not look fine? I mean, we just established that statue was a stop wizard like a minute ago. He's right there. Oh, right. Just haven't had my coffee yet. It's like 3 in the morning. Take me a while to connect the dots. Yeah, hang in there, boss. Alright then, looks like we got the basic facts of the case down, finally. That crooked stick 'em up tried to rob these wizards but ended up burning to death. There's also a dead gold wizard who got shot and got set on fire. It looks like the bullet was cause of death. And top of that, looks like the stop wizard cast a spell of their living memory to make an illusion of what happened. And then he tried to cast flesh on the stone on the robber to finish him off. But since the robber was on fire, it counted as a status effect, and the stop wizard turned to stone. But there's a couple suspicious details we still haven't figured out. Like, how did the fire started? And why didn't Slick escape before getting burnt alive? I don't think it matters, does it? You know what happened, don't you? Why don't you just follow your report already? I honestly don't think we need to spend too much more time in this hole in the wall. Is that so? Seeker, we're not done here. Is there anything else catching your eye? Hey, I see what you mean. The whole fire situation is pretty spish. Spish? Spish. Like short for suspicious. Ah! I see. So the whole fire angle in the situation way spish. Just like avoiding sus. Plus, you said the landlord heard a gunshot at 2:10, but the fire didn't start until 2:35. And spish too. What was happening for all that time? I don't know, but I'm warning you right now to never say spish again. Buzz off, Lil. You're not the boss of me. I'm literally the boss of you. Blah, freaking killjoy, wise guy. Suspicious aside, and you better pay me back for the cost of all those syllables. This can't be the whole story. If not because of all the open questions, then because of how there's like a zillion pieces of evidence we still haven't used. There's no way this game has that many red herrings. Game? I mean, case. Whatever. Anyway, Leo, we're doing this the same as before. You have questions, I come up with answers. This really isn't necessary. Can't we just go home? Man! I've decided that ma means no. Get back to work. Yeah, so far I like this game's humor. Also, that pose, like, y'all know the name of that pose? It's like that guy who's like pointing at the hand. Let me see. Point at hand meme. Yeah, here it is. Look, our little sorcerer here. He's doing this pose. He's doing this pose. This is exactly the same pose. Logo agrees. That's 100% the reason they made Spish. Yeah, just to avoid the sus jokes. He's doing this. They doing this pose every time. Actually meant, shut up. Your glasses wearing nerd and pet me. Yeah, pet the goat. All right, give me a second. I gotta use the bird room. But yeah, so far, yo, Jeremiah, this is my shit. I like this style. I love the Edgeworth game. I will one day stream the second one because I never played the second one, and I know it finally came to America like 2 years ago. I'm back. All right, back to the wizard game. Sorcerer Standoff. Hi, back. I'm Jeremiah. Hello. But how did the fire start? Emergency fire exit? So, what if the Go Wizard wanted to get the heck out of Dodge? Huh? That emergency exit spell. If there were a fire, he could have tied up the use to escape from him. So he started a fire and... Hold on. We're getting ahead of yourself again. What I want to know is how the fire actually got started. You're spinning some kind of story about motive. Could be you're right. You're probably right. But let's take things one at a time. Method first, then motive. Got it. I'll keep that in mind. Candle? It was lit up. Well, you know that candle the wizard's holding? What about it? Well, the wick's gone black. If you look at those melty candles on the floor, you'll see there's 4 of them, right? But more importantly, the wickers aren't black. They've never been lit. That 5th candle, one of each point of the star on the table, I bet had to be used at some point. If the other candles melted without burning, that means this one was probably lit recently. And since the wizard's holding the only recent source of fire, he's probably the one who started it. I don't know, there's a lot of other possible explanations, so we should keep our eyes open. For now though, we'll run with that and see where it takes us. That said, even if we know why there was a source of fire in the first place, there was one heck of a blaze going on to leave a pile of ashes like that. What caught fire and how did it spread? Let me get back to you on that. I didn't remember, I got a scented candle. Here be. Scented candles are cool. The candle the wizard got holding probably started the fire, but how did it spread? Charred robes? You don't think the Go Wizard himself caught fire, then just stored or ran around in a panic? Huh? Like, that's how it spread, right? Someone panicking and running around while on fire. That could account for something catching fire, but not the ashes left behind. It's pretty clear a lot of something went up in flames, so probably the fire got so big. So you want me to identify what those ashes used to be? Unless there's some other reason for the scorch marks all around them, yep. Haywire. So we want to know what caught fire, right? Yeah, we want to know what left those ashes behind. Whatever it was, it burned up completely. All that's left is those hay baling wires. Huh. I wonder if it's that simple. Meh! Meh! You got a shiny chandelier? Cool. What, so now can we do the emergency exit? So what if the Go Wizard wanted to go the heck out of... Oh, okay. What do I name it? I was thinking Gwen because it's a girl. Up to you. Meh. How did it spread? How would the fire spread? Oh, this? Chairs maybe? They had a table, but no chairs. Or like a bed or something. Furniture besides the tables, right? It's pretty strange that they don't have anything like that, yep. There's a lot of that, though. No fridge, no food, no sink. My guess is this place isn't where the wizards lived, more like a studio. Oh, it was all piled up in the corner, burnt to a crisp. Doesn't fit. Anything solid wood would leave charred behind, and this is just a fine ash. Dang, you're right. Okay, then. Wait, but that's not what I picked. I know. This table was going to be used for ritual, but it looks like it was destroyed with a fire because anyone use it for anything. Blaze. What spread the fire? Oh, did it have hay? Oh, did I turn it off? I think I turned it off. So here's what I'm thinking. Whatever burnt up over here had to be really flammable, right? I guess so. The fire burnt itself at almost 15 minutes at the alarm went off before we showed up. And the smoke was mostly clear by then, so it was probably sooner than that. That's what I'm saying, yeah. And I think I know what it was that went up in smoke. Yeah? Those wires, they were used for binding hail babies. They probably had a bunch of sticks in the corner to feed that goat. Meh! Yeah, buddy, I know. Where'd all the food go, right? That explains why there's no charcoal or debris in the pile besides the wires. Yeah, alright then. But now that we have an idea of what caught fire and what started it, we still need a why. A why? That's right. Did the wizard start the fire on purpose or was it an accident? Does it really matter? You know what caused the fire, so why speculate about the motives of dead men? Why, you don't want to know? I just think it's a waste of time. And this is a police investigation. Wasting time is practically our chief responsibility. Bring it out, Seeger. You got it, boss. The wizard started the fire with the candle and hail bays, but what was it an accident on? Well, was it an accident or was it on purpose? It was an accident. Wait a minute. At first I thought setting his own apartment on fire didn't make any sense except as an accident, but that emergency exit spell, walking through the fire is supposed to teleport. If he wanted to get away from the guy blocking the door and pointing a gun at him, he could set something on fire and cast a spell, get the heck out of that. And he just happened to have a candle lit to do it with. Well, it's pretty obvious they were in the middle of setting up some kind of ritual when Slick showed up. He probably just lit that candle and was getting ready to use it to light the others. So then what? He lit himself on fire? I'm not sure. He might have gone to go light the hay on fire, or maybe he just used his own robes. Yeah, either way, he sure didn't work the way he wanted. Something went wrong and the blaze went out of control, huh? What do you think happened? Let me think about that one. But what I still want to know is, why didn't Slick escape? Bullet wound? Well, what if he was standing still on purpose? What? Why would he stay still on purpose? He was on fire. Fire is exactly the word I'm thinking of. That is, he wanted to fire his gun and make sure he hit the goat wizard directly in the heart. So he took his time, used the cover of the fire to line up the shot and bang! Killed instantly. You ever been on fire, kid? Of course I have. You're not a wizard until you had a spell or two blown up in your face. Not the answer I was expecting, but you know how when you're on fire, it's hard to concentrate on stuff that ain't not being on fire? Yeah, I guess so. So I'm not thinking Slick would have stayed in the fire so his aim would be better so much. Why didn't he escape? Maybe the stop spell? I think I got it. Why Slick didn't just move out the way? Laid on me. He didn't move because he couldn't. That stop wizard could cast Master Rest Momentum, which freezes things in place. Oh, right. They're just a magic spell that does exactly the thing I was talking about. I guess I got sort of a blind spot for people randomly breaking the laws of physics. Fine. Makes sense. That stop wizard cast all his spells to try to stop the robber. Probably started with the freeze and then a memory. And Flesh the Stone would happen to be last since he couldn't cast anything else if he was a statue. Got it. Wait, was there more? Oh. It looks like it failed somehow, though. Wait, what failed? Oh, the emergency exit. Oh, is it the melted cat? The melted candle? Got in the way? Or the pentagram? That table there was on fire. I don't know, there was something on it that burnt up that counted as one of the simpler burnt offerings? Burnt offerings? Like, some rituals are pretty simple, like burning some herbs or incense or whatever on a basic circle. I guess it's possible they summoned a lesser imp or something, and that interfere with the spell? Well, that's worrying. Even the little one can be a big problem. Hey dude, keep your eyes peeled for any Hellbugs consultants say something could have escaped. Yep. Okay. Our containment guy is saying he hasn't seen anything, but he'll let us know if he does. In the meantime, keep looking for more solid evidence. Maybe he slipped on those melted candles and fell down. What? The wax candles there are sitting, sound like 10 feet from where he's on the ground. Are you sure? Take a really look, tumble? On the ground with a bullet on him. Could it be that easy? I guess he was shot. Because he was shot? No, it's because he was shooting. I think we kind of have to go with the obvious here. The obvious? I mean, he's super dead. He got shot. It just seems like the sort of thing that would stop him from casting a spell, you know? The spell doesn't have any weird failure conditions like with the statue thing. Nope, nothing like that. I think it's just you can't cast a spell if you're not alive. I mean, unless you're a lich or something. I'm just not gonna be worrying about the undead right now. You sure he didn't get shot after he cast the spell and failed? Well, I don't think there's really anything else that could have stopped him from casting it. Bullet is definitely looking like the most likely suspect here. Alright then, I'll take your word for it, magic expert. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh, fine. Is that enough? Are we done? We know what happened. The robber burst in, the dead guy started a fire, the robbers just shot him, and Statue Man messed up his magic so bad that everyone died. You think that'll satisfy the chief, Leo? I mean, it all checks out. I can't think of a reason not to write this up and turn it in. Wait, hold on a second. I don't think our explanation actually holds up here, now that I think about it. That fire tripped the alarm at 2:35, 25 minutes after the gunshot. Could the fire really have started before the wizard got shot? It could just be that it took long enough to get big enough to trip the smoke detector, but that'd be awfully convenient. And another thing, what about all that stuff I wasn't supposed to touch? What about all that stuff? Like the bathtub with the curtain over it, or the other pages of that book on the table. We're just gonna let those things be a mystery? I'm afraid we can't disturb the crime scene without proper calls to link the specific to the crime. Why are they not linked? How are they not linked? You never proved they were. Well, they're related to some crime, right? The spellbook on the table is proof that they were illegally practicing magic. Well, I'm afraid we don't have a warrant to investigate arcane misdemeanors. We only have a warrant to investigate the violent incident. So just go home. We weren't you the one complaining about things to bother with this in the first place? Or do you just want to look at the spellbook so you can peek at its magic? Hey, shut up! I'm completely clean, got it? I'm not gonna violate my parole in front of the two cops anyway. At least not in a way they're gonna can't. Why should we trust you? Why should you trust me not to read spellbooks in front of... Wait a minute. You figured something out, Seeker? No, they didn't. It doesn't matter. I'm not allowed to turn the pages of that spellbook because we don't have a warrant, right? Absolutely. Don't you dare go and touch that thing. Wait a minute. Seeker, you... Just to be clear, I'm not allowed to flip through spellbooks unless I have a good reason to think they're connected to the crime. Yes, you... But wait. Interesting. So when I went over to the bookshelf and went through those other spellbooks, I was breaking the rules, right? Yes, you were. Leo, arrest him. I don't think I'm about to do that, actually. You. It just seems pretty funny to me that you didn't have anything to say when I was checking out those books. You sure were quick to remind me of the rules, except when those rules meant we couldn't figure out our easy little explanation here. Wait, Seeker, are you accusing Opal of obstruction of justice? Something like that? Well, that's impossible. This is none of your business. Anyway, like, maybe she knows something about this case that she doesn't want us to know. Leo, my man, you wouldn't happen to have arrived on the scene after our forensic experts, would you? That's meaningless. It's meaningless. I didn't touch anything besides checking the bodies. Why would I want to do that? Because you're a jealous hollow harpy who wants to see my career go up in flames. Well, what was that? What did you mutter just now? Nothing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I'm certainly not gonna just believe Seeker's claims. They're loose cannon. Oh, good. Hey, boss, what's the big deal? But they're making a serious accusation. I think it might be worth looking into. I might not be authorized to open up new magic cases. But wait. But I've got the authority to perform an internal investigation on subordinate personnel. And it looks like a bunch of things in this room are all materially relevant to the investigation or what have you. This is unfounded. It probably counts as harassment. I'm going to HR. If you like, have fun with that. Seeker, I got one question for you this time. Is there any proof that the story Dr. Wuda wants us to believe can't possibly be true? You can investigate anything in this room in as much detail as you want now. Alright, let's see what we got under here. What? What am I looking at here? Huh? What's that gray stuff? It's, concrete. The bathtub's all stopped up with concrete. Really? No, it's actually fondue and I'm messing with you for no reason. Fondue? What? No, I was being sarcastic. Wasn't that obvious? You thought it would be obvious that you weren't messing with me for no reason. I thought there was something you would have never really do. Okay, that's fair. But seriously, it's just solid concrete in this thing. The heck does that mean? I might have some idea. Underneath the curtain was a bathtub full of dry concrete. Pretty concrete piece of evidence. What else would she not let us touch? Oh, this book. Alright, I can finally dig into this sweet tome. For investigation purposes and not like illegal knowledge purposes. Oh, alright, yeah, sure. Huh. What is it? Well, this book. It's sort of a religious text for a demon cult. So it's a spell book then. What? No, dude, don't you know anything about magic? Don't I, the cop, do illegal things like knowing things about magic? Seriously, man, dealing with this stuff is your job. And calling in ex-cons like you to handle the magic side of things is part of that job. Whatever. Anyways, the difference is, most magic is about tapping demons and forcing them to give you powers. Worshipping demons is a totally different thing. These guys must have been totally cooks. I could have told you that. How's that relevant? Well, stop magic and go magic are derived from a ring of elemental demons, which are known for being, more hierarchical, better organized. They got more of a social structure than most of the slavering murdered beasts down there. Good for them. Get to the point. The point is, this book tells demon worshippers how to, ask the elemental demons for stuff. Rituals for buying magic instead of taking it by force. This ritual was supposed to be an animal sacrifice. They had to light 5 candles around the pentagram and sacrifice a live goat. And what that ritual was supposed to be? A shortcut to leveling up in stop magic and go magic from the first level to the second. The book on the table describes the ritual for leveling up as a stop or go wizard. The light candles 5 around the pentagram, then sacrifice a goat in the middle. Wait, what? Meaning these guys weren't already level 2. What that means? Yeah, I think we have the answer to your question right here. I love Star Seeker's design. Yeah, it's really good. They are so dumb. Or any. They're so any slash they them. I bet if we change the pronouns, then we just change the color, right? Nice butt. So there's any proof that the story Dr. Warda wants us to believe can't possibly be true. The level 2 spells. Oh, this one. That's the stone. And the fire portal. Whoa, that's huge. Wait, did I turn them off? Wait, no. I didn't mean to pick that. Something, I don't even know what I picked. Something been bothering me. Well, unless it's important, keep your mouth shut. True speaker. Thanks, Leo. So I was thinking just before. But how come the stop wizard tried to kill Slick with flesh to stone? Self-defense, I'd imagine. No, but I mean, we're assuming he died from burning to death. And that he burnt to death when the spell was cast. But that only happened because he was under the effects of mass arrest and momentum. So wasn't he already dealt with? See, like the guy's already frozen and burning to death. Why use a risky spell like that to finish him off? It just doesn't line up. Or at least it looks like it doesn't line up if you're a simpleton. What is it now? That mass arrest momentum spell can be broken depending on the target. Think about it. Slick breaks free. He points the gun. The wizard doesn't want to risk him breaking free again. And he's panicking, doesn't think about the fire. The scenario's natural. Kinda just so story, but I guess that flies. Your petty objections only fuel my logic. Alright. Put your windows from, pack it in. Did I accidentally turn those off? Yeah, I did. Where's he? Oh, no, they're both. Something's been bugging me. Well, unless it's important, keep your mouth shut. Truth seeker. Thanks, Leo. So I was thinking this before. Wait, oh, we already did this. Wait, how did we get this if it was turned off? Wait, why would the wizard go all this trouble just to use emergency exit? I mean, he's got that portal hole spell, right? If he wanted a quick out, he could have just dropped through the floor. Nonsense, there's someone in the lower floor. He'd wake them up and they'd notice his magic. So drop Slick him up through the floor then. Then dispel the hole and call the cops to pick him up. Close up the hole before anyone notices and then no one even checks up here. That's a heck of a plan there. That may be, but it's entirely possible the wizard didn't think of it. They had a spell for escape, so in the heat of the moment, they'd act rashly. Come on, that's not... Kid, I'm sorry, but after this many years on the force, I can't dismiss the perp was stupid as an explanation out of hand. Ah. Is there any proof that the story wants us to believe? Cop on the scene? Hey Leo, you people will tell you if they caught a suspect, right? I'd hope so, yeah, why? Just, if there's a fourth person involved in this case, I throw out a lot of our logic. I'll check. Captain Wirebush, any update on the perimeter? Yeah? Well, kids will do that. Uh-huh. Not from the building though, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah, I got it. Just checking in. Yeah, I know. Just having someone go for coffee or something. I'm feeling it too. No, Dan, I don't need any up here. Actually, I'd appreciate some coffee. No, yeah, we're all set up here. Don't bring us none. Nothing. Doesn't look like there's anyone else involved, or at least we ain't caught them yet. Rats. Okay, something else then. I don't know, I'm just gonna show the... Let's recap real quick. The butler did it. What's up, the great dragon? What we thought happened was that the Go Wizard tried to cast an emergency exit, and the Stop Wizard cast Flash to Stone, yeah? A bunch of other stuff happened, but yeah. Right, but if they never finish that level up ritual, that means they're not level 2. And since those 2 spells were level 2 spells, that means they couldn't have really used them. Wait, what? But that guy's definitely a statue. If it wasn't a Flash to Stone backfire, how did that happen? And if that Gold Wizard couldn't cast emergency exit, why would he set himself on fire? Hold it, how do you know that they couldn't complete the ritual? You're jumping to conclusions. Oh, right. I think there's more than enough evidence to show that we might as well nail that down. Just to be sure, how do we know they didn't complete the ritual yet? Wait, wrong genre. It's pretty close. They're both mysteries. Murder mystery. Let's see. Wait. Let's look back at this spell. What did this require? Didn't require anything. But this one... Level 2 Go Wizard can use fire as a portal as long as it's big enough to walk through. They become immune to fire for 30 seconds and can warp 3 kilometers. These emergency X backfired. Level 2 spells. I'm trying to show that they were impossible, so I can't really use those as pilot proof of anything. Not sure. It's me time! Oh shit! I'ma be. Where's the honey? If you want a hit, I can get from most of them. Yeah, I'll take a hit. I don't want to like keep grabbing evidence until I'm right. That feels like cheating. What's needed for level of ritual? Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. It was a demon summoning ritual. I know this one. XP! Light pipe candles. Oh yeah, the goat. The goat wasn't sacrificed. Well, we got one piece of conclusive evidence right here. Huh? That's right. Goat, it's you. Man, oh, they gave it a different mask. The goat? What's the goat got to do with anything? The description of the level ritual, it requires sacrificing the goat. Since the goat's still alive and there's no sacrificed goat corpse lying around, and since they never let the rituals, come to think of it, they couldn't have completed the ritual, so they couldn't be level 2. And that means nothing. It means nothing. They could have already been level 2. Just because that book had the spell in it, who says they weren't casting it? It's all you can't prove. Maybe I can't prove nothing, Opal, but it's painting one heck of a picture. Ugh. If I were you, I'd get ready to defend yourself to the Division Tribunal. Because convicting me you weren't up to anything? That ship sailed halfway across the globe. You can't do this. Do what? I ain't done a thing yet. What's that? Except, of course, for my job. If you want to keep yours, I suggest you do it. Cooperate with the investigation. I'll continue cooperating with the investigation. You can't prove I've been doing anything else. That'll have to do. And if it doesn't? Hey, boss, how about we cool our jets a little and finish the job? Yeah? Oh, right. Back on task. Presumptions, spoiled, smug piece of garbage. You're talking about me, Wada? Oh, what? No, I wasn't talking about anyone. You just didn't hear anything. Right. That number nice here. You got the Jigglypuff. Sweet. If they didn't do the ritual and it wasn't a flesh to stone backfire, why did that statue get there? Maybe he dipped himself in a bathtub of concrete for some reason. Why did that happen? That's kind of silly. There's no way this is what happened, right? No way what's hell happened. I mean, why else would Opal hide it with her curtain though? She had to think it would give the answer away. Hide what? Yes, hide what? I didn't hide anything. The bathtub full of concrete. You covered it with that curtain so we wouldn't know what was inside. That's preposterous. If it was involved in some sort of trick, the perpetrator could have done it. Sure, right, the perpetrator, who could totally knew the ins and outs of the ridiculous police bureaucracy, would plan around it. Plan around what? You're still not explaining. Sorry, boss, let me clue you in. That statue? Not a statue, but it is the stop wizard. What? How's that? Easy. The bathtub. He filled it up with a quick dry concrete mix, took a dip, and then climbed out. He took that pose before it dried, and now he's hiding inside a concrete shell, holding very still and hoping we don't call his bluff. That's the craziest in the long line of crazy explanations you cooked up, Seeker. I should have known it was just another joke. No, I'm serious. Why else do you think Opal was so opposed to us checking underneath? It's a pretty wacky idea, but it's the only thing that fits the evidence. Good lord, you're serious. And you're right, we have to consider the possibility, even though I still want to know why he'd do that. Want to crack him open and ask? I bet he's sweating in there, worried we're gonna see through him. No. Huh? Seeker, a word. Leo brings you in close. If you're right, then the perp might bolt. Let's wait until we gather more evidence first. What? You don't think you can arrest him? It's a toss-up. If he casts that mass arrest momentum thing, he could slip out of here while we're stuck. So, you want me to take him on my magic against his? Negative. Aw. So, I want you to confirm this. If he really in there, you need a hole somewhere to breathe through. Oh, good thinking. I'll take a look. Hold it. If you find it, don't tell me. Instead, lie. After you check it out, say that it looks like a normal statue to you. Don't make him think we've lost the scent. And if it really is a normal statue, then say the same thing, but turn around and give me a thumbs down. He won't see it. Got it. You look over the statue, searching for a breathing hole. Is that? Well, dang. Looks like we were wrong. This is definitely just a normal statue. Nothing weird about it. And nothing. That's all I gotta say on the matter. All right then. Give your voice down from now on. I don't want it over here. Roger. One thing though. Can we just use the normal font size and the player can pretend we're being quiet? Huh? What do you want about? I mean, it'd be annoying to read this tiny font for the rest of the game, right? Sure, whatever. I got more important things to worry about. Containment team, Enter the wait. Don't do this to me. Contain me to enter the building. Stand by the upper end of magic is almost a go. And the type of station guard get to him non-disguises. Testing. Yep, that ought to do the trick. I mean, how does he keep from suffocating? There's a breathing hole. Instead of casting flesh to stone, the stop wizard climbs into the tub and coated himself in concrete. Why? To fool us. And if the Go Wizard couldn't cast the emergency exit, why would he set himself on fire? Yeah, I love the fourth wall break here. Why would he set himself on fire? To stop the pentagram? To melt the candle? Maybe the idea wasn't to get rid of himself or obfuscate anything. Maybe it was just to get rid of those candles, burn them away. Except without a wick, without capillary actions, wax doesn't burn. It melts. And why would he want to get rid of the candles anyway? There's way more incriminating stuff lying around here. Ah, fine. Pentagram? The fire is close to that table. Maybe it was a table that was supposed to burn away. To hide evidence for some kind of magic? Well, if it was, the plan didn't work. Looks like only a couple legs really burnt through. You can still see that empty magic circle. What if it wasn't empty? What if it had writing written in something that burned away really fast? I'd expect some scorch marks on the surface of the table then. I don't know, there's flash powders that can burn away pretty quick without leaving a trace. I've used them myself back when I was practicing easy cleanup. Huh, well then, that could have been it, but didn't you say those class-locked wizards couldn't do other magic? Well, no other spells, but there could have been some ritual for doing something other than getting spells. Still, if that's the case, we've hit a dead end and that stuff's gone. And I think there's something else a little more obvious that burnt up. I mean, are we pointing at the haywire again? Maybe the obvious answer is that the fire did exactly what it was supposed to do. What do you mean by that? It wasn't set to go with on fire, that was on accident. The point of setting the hay on fire was to get rid of the hay. Makes sense, but what would the point of that be? Hard to say, what sort of problem could having laying around calls for them? Maybe Slick was there to steal the hay. He set it on fire so the Slick wouldn't have anything to steal and he'd leave. Oh, that's gotta be it. Sycamore was known far and wide as the Hail Bale Bandit. That makes a lot of sense. Oh wait, seriously? No, your idea was dumb. It wasn't that dumb, it just... Well, okay, I can't think of a reason they need to get rid of the hay. We'll keep poking around. I'll take a hint. Do it. Give me the hint. Whoa, well then. That could have been it, but didn't you say those class-locked lizards couldn't do other magic? Well, no other spells, but there could have been some ritual for doing something other than getting spells. So if that's the case, we've hit a dead end. That stuff's gone. What else caught on fire? This. Themselves. I love the cello. It's pretty cool. I think I already pointed at this, right? I already did. I guess it's the ashes. Well, I bet he wasn't trying to set himself on fire at all. I mean, judging by the size of the ash pile, there was a lot more on fire than just a go wizard. Since we know it can't have been an emergency area, there had to be some other reason for the fire. Consider how much damage they did. I bet there's something else the fire was supposed to burn up. You think they started a fire like that just to destroy something? Why not flush it down like down the toilet? Feed it to the goat. You'd hide it in the trash heap? Well, it could have been something bigger that could dispose of like that. Or maybe it just served as a dual purpose, destroying whatever evidence he wanted to destroy, but also making it look like he tried to cast an emergency exit. This thing was set up to fool us into thinking they were level 2, remember? I'm not sure that's the whole story, but... Well, let's tweak the question. It's not why did he set himself on fire. It's just why did they start a fire, period. In fact, they were gonna make a full chat log, but they couldn't figure out how to make a full one. You mentioned that you didn't use. Yeah, I guess it was the ash. Why would he start a fire? What was the actual virgin's blood for again? Was it for the ritual? Oh, it is. The gears in my brain have jammed me trying to figure this out. There's something you meant that you didn't use? Wait, wasn't that clock on fire? Oh, the clock is the time of death and fire and stuff like that. 2 a.m. the landlord reported a fire which had tripped the fire alarm. Now burnt out. Maybe it was to just trip the alarm. It really was for the sake of tripping the alarm. Well, it was 2 in the morning, so maybe he needed some light. Don't think so, the lights work fine. Well, fine as to see by. The flickering's gotten on my nerves. Oh, well, maybe they were off and Slick was between him and Switch by the door. Don't think so, the lights were on when we showed up. Right, Dr. Warda? Well, I don't suppose you'll believe me, but yes. I didn't tamper with the crime scene, but I especially didn't tamper with the lights. Oh, well, whatever. My dad didn't explain much anyway. Basic illusion spell? No, that's for the hologram. The wires, maybe? It's a flickering light. It might start an electrical fire? I've seen this game of so I'm guessing. What's up, viewer? Yeah, the wire is, it used to be hay. It used to be hay. It's definitely what caused the fire. We're trying to find out why would he start the fire? I don't know. Perhaps there was a case of a wizard who only tried emergency but failed due to insufficient level. I think I tried the candles. Try again, since it did change. Maybe the idea wasn't to get rid of himself or obstacle anything. Maybe it was just to get rid of those candles, burn them away. Except without a wick, with uncompleted action, wax doesn't burn, it melts. Why would he want to get rid of the candles anyway? There's way more criminal stuff lying around. Heck, fine. Yeah, we tried that. But that was when before the text change. Instead of casting flesh to stone, the stop wizard climbed into the tub and coated himself in the concrete. Why? I feel like I can't answer this one yet, and I think the woman answered this first. I guess to burn him. You know what I think? What? I think apple empanadas are delicious, and I could really go for an apple empanada. Huh? I mean, yeah, sure, but we're working here. What if I told you I knew exactly why that wizard started the fire? Well, that'd be... Would you treat me to breakfast at the food trucks after we finish here? Buy me an apple empanada or two. What if you tell me you know why the wizard started the fire? Exactamundo, boss. I think if you do that, I'll not add any more time to your parole, kid. You don't get a prize for doing what you're told. Empanada do sound good, though. Is that a... Sure, what the heck, we'll get a bite after the job, hit me. Aw. Well. Slick Eminem's body, see? You notice how he's not alive for fire-related reasons? I didn't skip my notice, yeah, what about it? Well, the stuff we learned sort of throws his cause of death into question. He was killed by the fire, right? There's no other murder weapons around, so... Can we just assume the wizard used the fire as a murder weapon? That's what we already assumed, right? Well, we know that happened, but we thought it was for a different reason. We know the wizard couldn't cast emergency exit though, so he wouldn't have started a fire for that. So why start the fire at all? It's gotta be because he intended to make sure Slick burned. I don't know about that. Why use that to kill the guy? He was trapped by Master Rest momentum, right? He could have done it with any number of ways. They wouldn't need an actual weapon if they had him frozen. There's all kinds of creative ways to kill someone who can't fight back. I guess you would know all about that, right? I investigate a lot of homicides, kid. Right, so he needed some reason to pick a fire to kill him. Something they needed to hide. You're not getting any empanadas until you tell me what that is. Oh, seriously? Get to it, kid. Well, why was he hiding by doing that? I can't think of any more hits for the fire woman, I'm just saying. Yeah, level too low, so he killed another person with that XP, right? I can't agree, especially caramel apple empanada. I haven't had a sweet empanada in a while. I think we just gotta check the body. Hey, what's this? What's what? Well, I moved this guy's coat over a little, and it looks like there's some kind of hole in him. A hole? I mean, it's tiny, and the flesh is all gross and charred around it, so I'm not sure, but... You think maybe Slickermutt got shot? Well, let's not jump to conclusions. But keep that in mind, maybe it'll be useful for information. Slick's corpse has a tiny bullet hole in it. It's pretty weird since the landlord only reported one gunshot earlier. And the wizards don't have guns. Cool, that's the last evidence I did not have. Come on. Nope, okay, killed by fire high sun. Yeah, to hide the bullet wound. Alright, I think we're almost done with the game. But I do gotta go to the bird room. So if you give me a moment to get a quick drink, some refresh of water, I'll be right back to finish this. Alright, I'm back. And the ads are done. No. Let's go back. Time wizard. Oh, he was trying to categorize the gun wound and it went wrong, I think. I burned the guy who was frozen in place with magic. Wow. You know that little hole we found in Eminence's body? Yeah, what about it? I think that's the actual cause of death. The actual cause of death? You mean? It wasn't the fire. Why kill someone for fire that burns down half your apartment? Like you said, there's loads of better ways. But whatever killed them, they didn't want us to know what it was. They needed a fake cause of death. Something that burned away and spilled blood. Cauterize the ruin and distract us so we wouldn't notice. I bet Opal noticed when she checked out the body and made sure his coat was hiding it from us. Could have us noting something like that, right? I thought that's your making. These are baseless accusations. You can't prove. I mean, I didn't touch the body. Maybe not, but it's all starting to add up. I got some more questions about the real cause of death, but I'm gonna put a pin on him for now. You'll have your empanadas, kid. Yes! Potential of burning will mess up the skin and any chemical DNA, so maybe skin marking? Wing. Instead of casting flesh to stone and the stop wizard climbed into the tub and coated himself in concrete. Why? I don't know. Why would he do that? Well, to make us think they're level 2. You want us to make it look like it was level 2, right? This is a fake flesh to stone. Gives credibility to the idea that his buddy was trying to use emergency exit even though he couldn't. Makes sense, but you're still not getting exactly why they wanted to do that in the first place. What's the point of this trick? Perhaps the man in stone saw it all and faked getting turned to stone so he could live to tell the tale. For the status effect. It's for the status effect. To make it think that it went back on him. The fool people in taking flesh to stone backfired, duh. Well, probably, but why the heck would he want to do that? Well, I guess I should ask who he was trying to fool, huh? One day I can get to you why. Oh, I guess, the cops. If you want to know why he'd do something like that, I think you just need to look outside. Outside? What's outside? Only your police parameters know. The one you established around the building when the crime was reported. Like, well, if he didn't fake his... if he didn't get frozen by flesh to stone, you'd have to just arrested him on the spot. The gunshot earlier was loud enough to get your attention and he'd have known you were on your way. Good thing he's totally dead or he'd be in handcuffs right now. I see. Once we wrap this up, we can all go home and leave that statue sitting in this abandoned apartment. It'll be totally unguarded, but who cares, right? Everyone in this room is dead as a doornail. Yup, there's no reason to keep a perimeter. Since we don't have any living suspects. Oh well. Swing. So, we know there's a stop wizard in that statue. Which is why we've been whispering all of this, even though the font size is normal. Huh? Yeah, I know, my ears are font size? We talked about this. The tiny pup for whispering would be annoying to read constantly, so I cast a spell to. Kid, it's the fourth wall alone. You know that's not funny anymore, right? That kind of meta nonsense has been played out for almost a decade now. Has it? What do you think, player? Oh, they're looking at us. Seriously, cut it out. We're on the verge of solving this case. No thanks to a certain forensic scientist. I maintain that you can't prove anything, and you haven't solved anything yet. It's all just guesswork. Except for how the statue has suspicious breathing holes in the beard, of course. Right, and the stop wizard faked his death, and the gold wizard started a fire to hide how Six died. Question is, if Six got that bullet hole in him, and there's only the one gunshot, how come we got two corpses with gunshot wounds? Well, do we? Maybe one's faking his death, just like the stop wizard. Possible. I think we ought to get some things straight first. Let's start by figuring out exactly what happened with that gunshot. If we can figure that out, the rest should be easy. Sounds good. So the question we're asking first is, someone had to pull the trigger on that gun. Do we have any way to know who it was? Eesh, I don't think I'm gonna get up close in person with a dead body. But, the bullet hole is kind of weird. Is that how they normally look? Huh? Yes, that's how they normally look. I don't know, I've seen a lot of bullet holes in my day, and that one's unusually tidy. Well, I'm just gonna make a note of how the evidence has changed. Now that I can touch stuff, well, I still can't touch this thing, it's hologram. Lift the table up a little, making sure there's nothing sharp underneath. Nothing. And that's all that's left that we can just look again, right? You're running around the ash pile. The heck are you doing, Seeker? Just making sure there's nothing else in this pile we missed. Which, nope, I just gave myself these 3 cases of lung cancer for nothing. Maybe these candles hide something important by melting on top of it. You should avoid some of the wax. Nothing. So now that we can touch stuff, you won't mind if I take a closer look at this bad boy, right? That bottle's sitting where it is, kid. Come on, they're dead. Finders keepers, right? I'll put you in jail, Seeker. You steal that and I will put you into jail. Alright, sheesh. Nothing new here. I already looked at this thing over and Oprah didn't make a peep about it. I know, dude. We'll give them a eye, right?
Hypothesis updated.
How do we have any way to know who fired the gun? There's a projection. Yeah, man, it's only been staring us in the face for the past however long. Staring us in the face? That hologram, man, it's a living memory spell, an image of something the caster remembers. Unless the stop wizard got tricked into seeing someone fire a gun who didn't, we got as good as photographic evidence that Six fired a gun at the Go Wizard. It's only as accurate as his memories, though. From the looks of that statue and his buddy over there, we're looking at someone who's getting on in years. You sure it's not just some sort of weaponized senility here? I guess that's possible. That kind of falls under him being tricked, though. Isn't it simple to assume it just worked the way it says it works? It's just, you know, our working theory is that the wizards covered up the real cause of death, a bullet wound. If you're so sure Slick fired the gun, then how in Sam Hill did he die from it? Oh, don't worry about that. I think I've got that one figured out. Yeah? I think there's one piece of evidence that'll turn things around.
Hypothesis updated.
The Slick was the one who fired the gun. How did he die from it? Oh, the reverse room. Okay, I think I finally get how this one figures into things. How does a bullet get fired but suddenly turn around and end up in the one who fired it? Reversing rune. What? That magic sticker thing? Yeah. One of those stickers slapped it on the bullet and bang, returned to sender. Explains how the only gun in the room managed to kill the guy holding it, right? Six's real cause of death was a gunshot, right, Opal? Yes, his burns weren't nearly severe enough to kill, not quickly anyway. Right, I'm gonna assume you just figured that out right now and didn't know that all along and kept it a secret. Because I'm completely innocent of the charges against me, right? So, killed by his own bullet, reversing rune. What about that? How about that? Well, there's 3 problems with that. Well, lay them on me, we can figure it out. First off, we didn't find any sticker sheets lying around. Would he even have access to that? Well, we didn't find it, but it'd be a piece of paper. He could have flushed it down the toilet and left it in the concrete bath, or more likely he just burnt it. That'd be another reason to set a fire, right? To hide that evidence. Makes sense. Second, though, how the heck do you imagine you put a sticker on a moving bullet? A moving bullet, huh? And third, the gold wizard's clearly got a hole in him. If the bullet killed Slick and not him, well, what happened there? So if it wasn't the bullet... Actually, I think I might have a few ideas about that one. For real? Well, alright then, if you think you can explain that, then let's make it happen.
This is updated.
But how is it possible to apply a sticker to a moving bullet? That's a good question. If Stick was the one who really got shot, what happened to the gold wizard? Curiously tidy. Maybe he had a sticker on the bullet. The sticker was stuck to the gold wizard's back, and the bullet only hit it after it went through him. Not really how it works unless it's piercing the bullet supposed to get lodged in the target. And if it made it through that far, it would have the speed to go out and kill Slick too. And why would there be a sticker on his back? Fashion reasons? Yeah, and I'm sure you know all about fashion. Hey, shut up! I'm like a deity of fashion here. Have you looked at me? Regrettably. Friggin' blasting boss. Oh, maybe they stopped the bullet. Actually, I think the answer to that question answers another question too. What question's that? Don't ask, but you can see the bullet in living memory, right? Yeah. So the stop bullet saw the guy shot. What are you getting at? Well, you ever see a gunshot, Leo? Like, you ever actually see the bullet? It's normally too fast to see, right? But the memory shows a bullet hanging right there in that exact spot he got a good look at. Where are you going on with this? I'm thinking that this isn't a snapshot of the moment the bullet was fired. I think when Slick fired the gun, the stop wizard was casting a different spell. A different spell? Like Mass Arrest Momentum. The spell freezes everything in view, which probably included his friend over there. He had Slick, a bullet, and the gold wizard all frozen in place, and he needed to do something before it wore off. He couldn't get his buddy out of the way, so instead he took one of the gold wizard stickers and held it in front of the bullet. And then once he dispelled the freeze, bang! The bullet started moving again and hit the sticker. Wait, wouldn't it rumble and hit the gun, not Slick? I don't know a lot about ballistics, but I do know recoil is a thing. You can actually kind of see it in the hologram. His arms already started moving off center. If you line it up, it looks like if you flip the bullet around and go straight for where he saw the wound. So it would color me impressed, kid. With that out of the way, let's just wrap up the rest of this. If Slick was the one who really got shot, what happened to the gold wizard? Got burned? That fire, it melted his red robes and made them into substance that looked like blood. What? Just where the blood hole is? Sure. Kid, his robes clearly burned. You can see the hem. Maybe the hem's made of a different material than the chest. It's the one solid garment, but what would be the point? Faking your death? Gonna need you to do better than that. Well, he got a hole in him and bled all over the place and died, it looks like. Oh yeah, I get that. What I want to know is how that happened if Slick's bullet didn't get him. Oh, gotcha, that method then. Yeah, I'm well aware of how things ended up. What's up, Spectre? Hi. It's just a hole, not a bullet hole. Motherfucker. Oh, yeah, wait. It is just a hole, and maybe it's the portable hole. You know what I think? I think the gold wizard here is just like the stop wizard. What? Not really dead? He ain't breathing. There's a hole in his chest and there's blood everywhere. You really want to try and explain it that without saying he's dead? You know what? I think I do want to do that, Leo. Oh, wait, it could be the virgin blood stuff. Well, this ought to be good. Like, let's start with the hole. It's unnaturally round and tidy, right? Not typical for a bullet hole. Sure, but the bleeding and the no breathings are real typical. Yeah, I get to that. But you know the portable hole makes temporary destructive holes and stuff. The spell lists a maximum radius, but it doesn't say anything about a minimum radius. If he casts it on himself, he could create the appearance of a bullet hole without actually getting hurt. Let's see. Well, that's great, but without actually getting hurt clearly ain't what happened here. Unless you want to explain how he faked the bleeding and lacked the pulse too. I don't think that's too hard to figure out, actually. Yeah, I believe when I see it. Now you think about holes. And since portable hole doesn't cause harm, why is the wizard bleeding? And why doesn't he have a pulse? Alright, this one's the virgin blood. I'm thinking this fake death idea is in the money now. Huh? Don't tell me you got another harebrained explanation on your sleeve. The first thing made sense, but... No, seriously, I got it. Like, you see that blood all over the place? Who's to say it's his blood? They got a half-empty bottle of the stuff sitting right there, don't they? What? Half-empty? The extra virgin's blood? Or half full, depending on your perspective. But yeah, that's the puddle of blood is store-bought, not homemade. Well, you can explain away the blood in the hole, but... I mean, the guy ain't breathing. If he's not breathing, you can't call his death fake. Or can I? Huh? Come on, we're dealing with magic here. You really think this that impossible? I don't like it, but sure, maybe. I'm not gonna accept it unless you can tell me how, though. So they faked it with his gun with the bottled blood and the portable hole, but how do you fake no pulse? Oh, mass arrest? It didn't mass arrest. Again? You used it twice, right? Listen, man, it's not that hard. What is it? You really think this all ties together? Yeah, man, like the blood was easy and there was a spell that handled the fake hole. And there's one more spell we already looked at before, one that fits this gap perfectly. The mass arrest momentum spell prevents all movement, including heartbeats. The target's in the kind of stasis like this. He can look super dead without actually being dead. Huh. You really did it. Not that your whole theory is entirely bonkers, but you've got one. Bonkers? Pay attention, Leo. It fits the evidence. Well, I'll be darned. You're not wrong. And you know what? We can verify this one. Let's just wrap up the rest of this and then we'll see about closing the case. Is it bitch frozen in time? Yeah. Swing. So that's everything, right? We can speak freely now. Right. So, typification, dominant. The heck was that? Making the font size for whispering normal again, since we're not whispering everything. See, now the font is tiny when I whisper. God, we're still doing that bit. Look, ignoring that, you think them wizards deliberately flake their death so we'd leave. Reversing rune, master rest momentum, portable hole, living memory, those were what they could actually use. Combine that with the bottled blood, quick dry concrete, and a convenient fire to hide and destroyed evidence. They set up this whole scene to make us think everyone was dead and our job was done. Seems like a mess of a plan. A lot of weird stuff around that gave it away, huh? Well, they only had, 20 minutes after the gunshot to come up with something, right? And it doesn't look like they were very smart. Still, assuming you're right, we almost got fooled. Well, we couldn't have counted on it, but they had some outside help with their plan. Huh? The first person on the scene figured out their trick pretty quick, I bet. But they wanted to discredit the real investigation, so they helped cover up the dead giveaways. Once the cops looked around and found nothing, they claimed to have solved it themselves and get one up on the detective. Isn't that right, Dr. Wida? I don't know what you're talking about. Do you really think that someone would need to set something up to make Leo look bad? He's an incompetent. All you need to do is make him look bad is let him open his mouth. Gee, Opal, why don't you just tell me how you really feel? Let's not. No, you know what? You want the truth? This buffoon doesn't deserve his position. It's his nepotism. He's the chief's husband. He stole her from me. This idiot. Is that what this is about? I almost thought you had a more professional reason for hating on me. Of course, that's what this is about. You stole what I deserved. Yeah, this is going to HR. No, this is between you and me, Flinny. It really ain't, Warda. It's between me and Patty.
Should I really be listening to this?
It was her decision to get away from someone who was making her miserable. Liar, she loved me. And you flushed all that love down the toilet because you felt threatened by her accomplishments. Our relationship ain't a contest. When she got promoted to chief, I didn't try to tell her she hadn't earned it.
Guys, do we really need all this third act drama here? It's kind of coming out of nowhere, and we just...
Quiet, wizard! This doesn't concern you! You're right, Warda. It doesn't concern them. Let's not waste our time. We can see how Patty feels about keeping you on the force after this later. Right now, Seeker.
Yeah?
If you're right, then Statue Man's probably real nervous here and we figured him out. There's a team outside ready to grab him if he runs, but he's got that mass rest momentum spell, right? I bet he freezes anyone who tries to stop him, meaning we need a plan of action here. And fast! You got some kind of dispel magic spell?
Dude, that's not how magic works. Every spell's different, so countering them is just always a custom job.
Well, great. You want those empanadas, you do the custom job.
Leave it to me, boss.
Resume!
Ah!
Well, I'll be. You were actually on the money, kid.
Of course I was right. All I have to say is completely correct things.
That ain't even slightly true, but I'll let it slide. Silence! You small-minded who's! You'd have done best to leave us be! Indeed! Your confounded persistence will be your doom!
Sorry, fellas, but Leo just gave me free reign, so... Asa Contingency Supreme! Whippersnappers! Mash arrest! Momentum!
Yeah, let's go.
Oh, the clearance! They're not! Ultimate Dominion!
Go! Let us retreat, Clarence! Portable hole! Oh, confounded Julius, some warning! Ah, how did you get in my house? Well, ma'am, I apologize. Oh!
Burglar! Burglar! There's a burglar in my house!
Clarence, I'm coming!
You think so, huh? I'll just... Whoa, whoa, whoa! Supreme Ultimate Dominion, hold your horses!
Ha! And now the immensity of Excalibur above that makes his exit. Portable! Oh! No! Constitution saving throw. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Magical hostile, one level down, went through the floor. Close proximity to civilian. Go. Seeker, you okay?
Anyone get the number of that meteorite?
Get it, kid. We got him.
Oh, nice. I saved the day?
Well, not quite. I tasted one of them, and the lady with her frying pan downstairs got the other. In fact, your little fireworks show accomplish absolutely nothing.
Seriously?
Well, I guess it bought me enough time to break out of that freeze. So you know what? Yeah, sure. You did good.
Of course I did. I'm the Star Seeker.
I can't give you an inch, can I?
What can I say?
Hold on. Uh-huh. Yeah, right. I'll be right there. I'll be right back, boys. Downstairs need me for something.
So, you and me, huh? Anything you want to say?
Why did you help him?
¿Qué?
Flinnily, why did you take his side?
Why'd I do my job?
If you want to put it like that, you're only being forced to do this because of him, right? He's the one who caught you and put an end to your magical mayhem.
Yeah, he got me good.
So don't you hate him?
Not really. He's the one who kept me out of jail, too.
So you could be his personal lackey?
Sure.
You think it was out of the goodness of his heart?
I mean, I guess not, but it was sort of a win-win.
You didn't want any revenge on him?
He's pretty chill for a cop, honestly, so no, I'm not feeling it.
You don't know what he's like. If you knew the real, you don't know.
Man, I don't know if I can trust you being objective about that.
Huh. We aren't gonna see eye to eye yet. You better watch your back, Seeker. You're dead. You're dead meat if you get in my way.
Is that so?
Well, not if you get in his way first. I'll say it again. Watch yourself, wizard. Warda, the crew downstairs needs you to check out the broken window.
Fine.
Yeesh. She's in the mood, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
So, you ready for those empanadas?
All right, yeah, man. Just go ahead. I'll catch up with you. Gotta catch my breath.
Yeah, you took one hell of a bump on the head there. I'll be waiting. Oh, and by the way,
Yeah?
I just thought you'd like to know. Lightning Bolt Mine makes your hair freeze up like a scotch when you use it.
You...
Not that I know firsthand or anything, just picked up that tidbit somewhere.
You...
Just thought I'd share a fun fact I'm sure they ain't relevant at all. Come on, Seeker, let's go get those empanadas. You're in a fair and square.
Yeah, I'll be right with you. And... Perfect.
Put it back, Seeker.
Man!
Poor goat. Yeah, this game was cool. A game by Benedict ID. Oh, I did everything? Environment art. Tyonyi Liu. Kyle Templation. Wait. One of those names are familiar. Max Knightley. Mulky Mulk Top. Wait, I've seen one of those names before. That was a cool game. You wanted a kiss? Come over here. Come over here, silly goose. Let me get this kiss. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna eat you. You look tasty. Oh, lady, it's not his fault. He's just cooler. Womp for everybody. Damn, she really is W guy. What's this game, bro? W guy, bro. This guy's peak person. He's not common, does the job, takes 360 laser for no score. I know, right? That was like badass. Holy beta cuck female, I know. Your face. W game. Yeah, this is a fun little game. Yeah, I liked it. Is there a sequel? Is there a prequel? Let me check. Benedict Idol. Huh. Let me Google this real quick. Are they working on a sequel? Sequel? We're doing a sequel, except here we go. Oh, they are doing a sequel. Except it's a sort of analog open alpha type thing. A adventure format prototype they can play along with right now by submitting suggestions on the Discord. Okay, they have a Discord and they're like alpha testing it. It's a fun little game. This is the only one from what I saw. Yeah, they're apparently they're working on a new one, but they're doing a lot of work on it in their personal Discord. So we'll see Star Seeker again one day. I'm gonna follow the Star Seeker Twitter. Oh, here I'll link it here if you. I'm sure they got a Blue Sky. I'm sure they got the Blue Sky, but this is their ex Twitter. If you want to follow along them, I'm gonna keep, but I'll keep an eye on them because it looks like their last update was 2 years ago. Yeah, it was over 2 years ago, so we'll likely see something. Oh, here's their oh wait, what? Wait, I'm confused. Starseeker astronomical expert. I don't know if this what? I think they got their link wrong. I think they got their website wrong. There's another game called Starseeker. They must have mixed up the website. Oh, cool. All right, don't we all wait for all the Pokemon to rogue Mega Balls so we can get new Megas for all the mons? Let me see. Why haven't I search Starseeker on Blue Sky? I don't see anything. But there is a Discord. Right. That was cool. I like that game. That reminded me. That was like very Phoenix Wright Edgeworth. That was Phoenix Wright Edgeworth. There was a lot of memes. There was it had really good what's what I'm looking for? Like humor. Sense of humor. It had a good sense of humor. The presentation was cool. It really gave me a really nice nostalgia feel the way it comes off. And I did like the characters. They were fun. But yeah, it is way too early for me to stop streaming, so I think I'm gonna play Pokemon. I'm gonna start working on switching to Pokemon. So I'm gonna end the YouTube stream so that is its own little VOD.